Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mitesh Gala. Welcome to Rough Book, a learning companion.
Last exercise, we finished exercise 6b in the last video, solving problems. Solving problems are basically the word problems that we are trying to convert into mathematical solutions. So today we are going to go ahead. A quick recap. You remember every time I'm telling you equal to is the main thing because it separates the LHS with the RHS and the rest of the thing we already know about it. We're trying to do now exercise 6c. So let's begin. Very small exercise. I don't think so we're going to take long. So let's try and give it the best shot. Okay, in this exercise you are basically talking about speed, distance and time. That's the main thing. So you should know that distance is equal to speed into time. That's your basic physics law. That means speed is equal to distance upon time, or time is equal to distance upon speed. All these three variations we can use. I am not getting too deep into this because this is known to us. In the first sum they have already assumed the stuff for us. They say speed of the ordinary train is x kilometers per hour and express train is x plus 25 kilometers per hour. The distance together for each of them is 300 kilometers. Then what are the time for each? So we already know the time, the formula. So time for ordinary train is equal to speed distance upon speed. So that will be 300 upon x hours. Is that okay? Likewise the time for express train. So again distance upon speed. So what are the distance? Still 300 is the distance and speed is x plus 25 hours. Yeah, that's it. That's the time. That's your first part. So whenever time is asked, remember distance upon speed, whatever is the distance and whatever speed you have assumed. Likewise distance upon speed, so distance upon the speed is x plus 25. Is it very simple everybody? I don't think so this should be a problem at all. Further they say ordinary train takes 2 hours more than the express train. That means express train is going fast and ordinary is taking more. So whichever takes more you have to find that out. Whichever takes more has to be written first and whichever takes less has to be written after that. Alright. So ordinary train takes 2 hours more than the express train. So I will write the time for ordinary train first minus the time for express train is equal to 2 hours. Are you getting this? Now substitute these two values here, solve and automatically you will be able to get the answer. So the time for ordinary train is 300 upon x minus 300 upon x plus 25 is equal to 2. Now I am giving you a trick which will help you throughout this exercise to solve these type of sums easily. Don't take the LCM straight away. First divide each term by 300 and get rid of this number. So whatever this number is, divided by that. So dividing by 300. So this will become 1 upon x, 1 upon x plus 25 and 1 upon 150. Now this will make your calculations much easier. Now take the LCM. So x plus 25 minus x upon x square plus 25x equals to 1 by 150. Cancels. Now 15 5s are 75, 15 2s are 30, so 37 and 1 0. And this is going to help me to frame my equation. 3750 equals 0. Now split the middle term for 3750. So 3750 is 25 into 150. I need 25, correct? So what if I remove 5 from here or probably 2 from here? If I remove 2 from here, this will be 50 and then this will be 75. So 50 and 75. So 50 and 75 helps me. If you cannot do it direct, go aside, take factors and then come back over here. So x square plus 75x minus 50x minus 3750 equals 0. So my final answer will be x is minus 75 and x will be 50. Now since your speed cannot be negative, so your speed of the ordinary train is 50 and the express train is 50 plus 25, that is 75. So you'll have to mention over here, since speed cannot be negative, therefore speed ordinary train 50 kilometers per hour, and I don't have place here so I am writing here speed express train 50 plus 25 that is 75 kilometers per hour. Are we clear with these two types? It's a very simple and straight question. Most of the sums you will be finding it like this only now. So I want everyone to understand this basic formatting. They have assumed for you. Now onwards you will have to assume. So always the advice is take the smaller quantity as x. So bigger one automatically becomes plus. Once you assume, they will give you a distance or some basic quantity which helps you to get some part of the equation. And then the final condition to get your final equation. Solve it, reach to the quadratic, solve further, eliminate one and get your final answers. Is that clear? Let's go to the next one. Sum number 3. Exactly same type, but this time it's an aeroplane. Now you should be little rational with these chapters and these type of sums. When it is the train, you should know that the speed of the train can be anything between 50 to 200 or 300 maximum. But when it is aeroplane, in this case, you cannot have the speed as 50, 70, 100. You will have to have at least 200 plus, and it may go up to 800 or 1000 also. So your rationality should always be there. Now they say that the total distance covered by the flight is 1200 kilometers. The question reads this way. If the speed of an aeroplane is reduced by 40, it takes 20 minutes more to cover 1200 kilometers. Find the speed of the aeroplane. So you will say let the speed of aeroplane be x kilometers per hour. Now that you know the speed and the distance, what can you easily find? Superb. Time. So what is time? Distance upon speed. So distance is 1200 and speed is x. So these many hours. Now when the speed is reduced, so what will I get? I will get new speed. Come on, use your brains. What is your original speed? X. Reduced by 40. So what will be the new speed? X minus 40 kilometers per hour. Distance is still the same. So can I now find the time by the same formula, distance upon speed? So what's my distance? 1200. What's my speed? X minus 40 hours. Now this is the new time, alright, where the speed is reduced. Now you have to be very smart, because this is the place where 90% children are going wrong. Because this is the time, this is the time. Which time is more has to come first. Which time do you think is more time and which is less time? Now people generally, how many of you all pause the video, write it, frame the equation and then come back. Let's see if you got this correct or not. Alright, that you are back now. Time 1200 upon x hours is the original speed. The new speed is reduced. So if the speed is reduced, the time is more. So more the time will come first and less the time will go next, is equal to 20 minutes. That means this speed or this time minus this time equals to 20 minutes. Are you getting this? Why is this time more? This time is more simply because the speed is less. If the speed is less, obviously you are going to take more time. If your speed of solving is less, automatically you will take more time to solve the sum. Are you understanding? Now this has to be in hours because these two also are in hours. So how will I convert? So 20 minutes divided by 60. That will give me in hours. So 1 by 3. What trick did I tell you over here? Divide everything by 1200. So dividing by 1200. So when you divide by 1200, 1 by x minus 40, 1 by x, 1 by 3 into 1200, 3600. LCM. So x minus x. Now here minus x and minus minus will become plus. Don't forget that. Upon x square minus 40x, 1 by 3600 goes off. So 4 6 are 24, 12, 13, 14, 14400 x square minus 40x. So this is giving me the equation. So my final equation, x square minus 40x minus 14, 14400 equals 0. So now this was basically 40 into 3600. I need 40. What if I remove 1 0? See, you got to be smart to get your factors quickly. 1 0 I remove and transfer it here. This becomes 400. This becomes 360. So 400 and 360 will give me 40 straight away. If you can't get it, take this, get the factors and then make the required numbers. So this is 400 plus 360 minus 14400 equals 0. So my answer will be 400 or x is minus 360. So you say since speed cannot be negative, so therefore your answer is 400. So therefore speed of aeroplane equals to 400 kilometers per hour. Please don't forget to mention the unit. And I told you last time also that since it's an aeroplane, the speed has to be slightly higher. So here you see 400, which is a decent speed for an aeroplane. You can try sum number 4. It's a board question, a simple one, so I have not picked up. You will get it on your own. Come on everyone, sum number 5. So you have a girl and you have a friend. Yeah, do you have a girlfriend? Alright, let's come back. A girl going to her friend's house, which is 12 kilometers away. Half the distance she walks at x kilometers per hour, and remaining half the distance she is walking at 2 kilometers per hour more. So it is x plus 2. The total time from here to here she takes is 2 hours and 30 minutes. What is the value of x? So you'll have to break this. First look at the first part. So you say part 1. Yeah. What is the distance? 6 kilometers. What is the speed? X kilometers per hour. So what will be the time? Distance upon speed, we know that. So what is the distance? 6 and speed x. So your this becomes your time. Likewise, can I do for part 2? What is the distance? 6 kilometers. See, they said half. Half means automatically you should deduce that this is 6 kilometers. Okay. Then the speed. Come on, pause now, get this, get the equation and then go ahead. Let's see how many of you can tackle it. So speed is x plus 2 kilometers per hour. And then the time, that is distance upon speed. So distance is 6 upon x plus 2 hours. Now, total time, that is this time plus this time. So let's call this time 1, time 2. So total time is time 1 plus time 2. Total time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now how to write this 30 minutes along with 2 hours is a task. So I'm just giving you the clue. We should write this in mixed fraction. 230 by what? 60. Why 60? Because you're converting the minutes into hours. So this will be sorted. Solve this, the mixed fraction, automatically it will take care of itself. Time 1 plus time 2. So 1s are, 2s are, so 2 to the 4 and 1, 5 by 2, 6 by x and 6 by x plus 2. Divide by 6 probably. So this will be 5 by 12, 1 by x, 1 by x plus 2. Take the LCM. So 5 by 12, x plus 2 plus x upon x square plus 2x. Yeah. Cross multiply. So I shall get 5x square plus 5 2s are 10x, 12 into 2x, so 24x, and 12 into 2, so again 24. So let's take this in the final form of the quadratic equation. So 5x square plus 10 minus 12 minus 24, so that will be minus 14x, and this comes here, so minus 24, 0. So I have 5 into 24 to get for 14. So the factors are going to be 5 and 24 is 2 2s are, so 8 3s are. Now this I need for 14. So what if I take 5 2s are 10 2s are 20 and 3 2s are 6. Look at them, 20 and 6 gives me 14. Yes. That's the way you need to split. Okay. So 5x square minus 20 plus 6 minus 24, 0. What is common? So 5x, x minus 4 plus 6, x minus 4. So x minus 4, 5x plus 6, 0. So x is 4 or x is negative 6 by 5. Speed can't be negative. Perfect. So speed cannot be negative. Therefore speed. Now what is the question? The question says find x. So therefore speed, which is equal to x, is equal to 4 kilometers per hour. How many got this correct? on their own without copying from here? Super. If you are able to get it, I am really impressed. Now, three sums we did. If you notice in all the three sums, speed, distance, time, you got something over here, and then these two together formed an equation. Either you had to subtract them or you had to add them, and then you move ahead. Whenever there is minutes to convert it, you have to divide by 60. Are these tips very clear in your head? If you paid attention to this, the rest of the exercise is 100% yours. Come on, go to sum number 7. 7 is an intelligent question. I want everyone to pause, try on your own, and let's see if the final answer comes correct, because 90% will go wrong. Only intelligent people will get. Let's see who's intelligent. Come on, put yourself to the best task. Alright, now that you're back, let's check if your answer is correct or no. Goods train starts at 6 pm. Express train starts at 8 pm. They are traveling at for a distance of 1040 kilometers. Express train is 20 kilometers faster. So which is lesser? That is goods train. So let the speed of goods train be x kilometers per hour. Therefore, speed of express train, that is 20 faster, becomes x plus 20 kilometers per hour. Are we okay with here? Speeds we got for both the trains, distance we know. So therefore, can I say time for goods train? Time will be distance upon speed. So distance is 1040 and time speed is x. So these many hours is the goods train. Time for express train, that is distance upon speed. So distance 1040, speed is x plus 20 hours. How many reached till here? Amazing. But now the catch is, which one is taking more time? Obviously goods train. So more will come first. Express train is faster. So this is taking more time. So that means 1040 upon x minus 1040 upon x plus 20. How much should be the difference in the time? So they said 36 minutes faster. If you look into the question, it clearly says the express train arrives at a whatever distance 36 minutes before the goods train. So that means, should I write over here 36? Wow. If you've written 36, it's wrong, because you need to consider this also. This has started at 6 o'clock and this has started at 8 o'clock. So already this is starting 2 hours late, still reaching 36 minutes early. That means the total difference of time between these two trains is 2 hours and 36 minutes. So how will I write this? So 2 hours 36 by 60. How many wrote this in the first instance? That means you are intelligent. So 6 6s are, 6 10s are, 2 3s are, 2 5s are. So dividing by 1040, dividing by 1040, that is the easiest way. If you are directly taking LCM, you are just going to go crazy. So dividing by 1040, this will be 1 by x plus 20. 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 3 13 upon 5 into 1 by 1040. That means we divided all the terms by 1040. 13 ones are 80. Now the LCM. So x plus 20 minus x upon x square plus 20x equals to 1 by 400. This gets cancelled. So 400 into 20. So 400 into 20 will give me 8000, correct, equals to x square plus 2x. So what will I get next? Yeah, it's going to be x square plus 2x minus 8000 equals 0. Now for 8000, just to get 2 or 20, my bad, just to get 20 is going to be a task. So can anyone do it mentally? Wow, if you got this, I have got it mentally. 100 into 80, see, 180 gives me 8000 and 100 minus 80, 20. You'll have to learn how to get this on your own mentally. You cannot say I can't. You have to think. The more you observe, easier it will be. Yeah, so that we save time in the exam. So I get x as minus 100 or x as 80. Not possible, possible. So you say since speed cannot be negative. Therefore, the question says find the speeds of both the trains. So speed of goods train is x, which is 80 kilometers per hour, and speed of express train 80 plus 20, because 20 faster. So 80 plus 20 becomes 100 kilometers per hour. Are you with me? Did you manage to get the answers correct? Wow, if you got the entire sum on your own, you are truly intelligent. Yeah, because this part was the biggest catch, the 2 hours difference and plus this 36 minutes. So getting this is very, very important. Okay, let's go to the next one. I want everyone to try sum number 9. These two sums are very simple, 9 and 10. You will not even need me because they've already assumed stuff for you. CP is given, SP is given, profit percent is given. This is profit percent. So what is your profit percent? So profit percent ka formula I am giving you, so you can go ahead. Profit percent is profit into 100 upon CP. How will you get profit? SP minus CP into 100 upon CP is profit percent. Come on, substitute all the values, get me X. Now it's very, very simple for you. So profit percent X minus 10, SP 52, CP X into 100 upon CP again X. So cross multiplying, X square minus 10X, 5200 minus 100X. So I will get X square, 10 and this coming here gives me plus 90X minus 5200 equals 0. Now factors of 5200 for 90. So that's going to be a task for us to think. So let's think. Let's say if I split, okay, I'm taking 1 0 and 1 0. So that is 10 and 10. Now 52. 52 can be 2 into 26 or 4 into 13. So if I take 4 and 13, 13 4s are 52 and 110 I gave. See, I'm showing you a trick to actually get stuff directly, okay. So I took 1 0, 1 0 separated, and 52 can be 2 into 26. Then the second factor can be 4 into 13. So I took 4 and 13. Does this help me? 100% it helps me. 130x minus 40x, 5200, 0. So x is minus 130 or x is 40. Percent cannot be negative or CP cannot be negative. Since CP cannot be negative and therefore CP is equal to 40 rupees. Your question is find the CP, we found it. Is it simple? Come on, last sum number 10. All pause the video right now and try it. SP is given, profit percent, CP both are equal. So let us assume both as X. Okay. Now you know your profit percent is profit into 100 upon CP. So profit percent is SP minus CP into 100 upon CP. Come on, hit it. So profit percent is X, SP 75, CP also X into 100 upon X. So I shall get X square 7500 minus 100x. So X square plus 100x minus 7500, 0. Now again 110 I am splitting. I have 75. That can be 3 into 25 or it can be 15 into 5. So if I take 15 and 5, is it sorted? 150 and 50? Perfect. So x square 150x 50x. If you are not following how to get these factors, repeat the explanation which I have said 2 or 3 times, 100% you will get. So x is minus 150 or x is 50. Since CP cannot be negative, so therefore the final answer, profit percent is equal to CP is equal to x equals to 50. So it can be either 50 rupees or 50%, whatever. Their question is calculate the cost price. So they don't want profit percent. So write 50 rupees. How many manage this? Wow. Exercise 6C, homework time. Sum number 2, 4, 6, 8. Only 4 sums I am giving. The sums which I have done in the video, obviously you are going to do it with me, and the rest of the sums you are doing as homework. Come on guys, bye. Take care. Please do good work at home. Don't waste your time. Be good children. Don't hassle your parents. Take care. Pray for all guys. Bye.
Hope you had a lovely mathematics experience with the Rough Book, our learning companion.